Hello friends, so today we will discuss how to create, compile and deploy XRC721 NFT tokens using Hardhat. First of all, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe it because we will be launching new study material for you to learn about XRC community and about many more features that we will be going on. So without any further delay, let's get started. So without starting about anything, first we should know what is XRC721 token. So if we talk about XRC721, then it's a token standard which is used to create non-fungible tokens on XDC blockchain. It contains a set of different functions such as balance of, owner of, state transfer from, and state transfer from with some different parameters, transfer from, approve, set approval for all, get approved, is approved for all. These are all the functions which must be defined for any contract to become an XRC721. After that, we are having some event that will be blockchain. An event is a thing which whenever an event is fired, its state would be reflected to all the blockchains. And suppose there is a person X and his friend Y, and the person X is sending a token to his friend Y. So that transaction, whenever the transfer happens, that event will be fired to all the nodes present in the blockchain, and they will see that okay, some transaction has happened and their ledger would change accordingly. So we are having three different events. First one is for transfer whenever we transfer any operation. After that, we are having approval and then approval for all. Like all these functions are already implemented in the Open Zeppelin library, and we will be directly using those functions in our code so that we don't have to rewrite the code again and again. Like Open Zeppelin provides us a very useful feature that we just reuse the code and just implement what is needed. So we'll be using that in this tutorial. After that, we are having two optional metadata parameters. You can understand metadata as the defining feature in your smart contract. It contains the data which defines how your smart contract will work and what should what are different parameters which define it, like what is the name of the smart contract, or I can say token, what is the name of what is the symbol of the smart contract, and many more things. Like you can also add the images which are related to that token. Okay, so uh, now as we know what is an XRC token, we should move on what is Hardhat, with which we'll be deploying a smart contract. So Hardhat, I can say, is it's a development environment which helps us to create, compile, deploy, test, and debug our smart contracts which are built on Ethereum or any Ethereum compatible chains. So we will be using Hardhat to deploy our smart contracts to XDC network, and after that we will be using blockscan. So I have to check our deployed smart contracts on the Apple network. So, okay, so as we know, as we have like discussed about Hardhat and XRC721 token, so I think we should move forward to creating our first project. So before starting our project, we should have some prerequisites for our project. So first one is we should have Node.js installed on the system, and also after that we should have Git installed on the system. Right, Git is a version control system which we can use to track down the changes that we have made in our project. And like Node.js is the basic requirement. So you can install Node.js by going to its like main website and downloading it. After you're having the prerequisites, we can we can create a new folder in any required at any specific location in your system. And after that, we'll create a new folder. It starts handling token. So for this whole tutorial, I'll be using VS Code ID. So I'll move over to the screen. So here I have come to my VS Code and I'll be creating a new folder XRC721. I have created a new folder XRC721 and I'll also move uh, to the XRC721 in my terminal. After that, I'll be running this command npx hardhat in my terminal. Like this command npx hardhat allows us to install Hardhat to our system and also initializes Hardhat in a repository in a like this folder XRC721. So now Hardhat is initialized on my repository, and after that I'm getting this kind of screen. Then here I'll just enter it, and it will create a new JavaScript project. After that, it's asking the root project location. So this is my location. I'll be entering it. Now it's asking to create a Git ignore file. I'll also see yes to it. Then it's like it has created my or initialized my project with Hardhat. As you can see, changing the folder structure. After that, it's also saying to install this this dependency to system. Like it's a required one to have these dependencies installed to the system, because if we do not install them in this step, we'll have to install them in a later stage. Yeah. So I'll be installing the Hardhat and Nomic Foundation Hardhat toolbox dependency to my here. As on both the dependencies Hardhat and Hardhat toolbox are installed, so I'll move forward with the tool. After that, I'll have to remove these files, this system file, this log.c. I'll just see. After that, I'll have to install this .env dependency to my terminal. So, like .env allows us to add environment variables to our project. So I'll be using .env package. .env installed on my system. After that, I'll have to add the .env file in my project. Yeah, in this .env file, I'll be adding on my environment variables. Mhm. I'll be like copy pasting this code, which is having my mainnet RPC URL, my testnet RPC URL, and my private key. So in this stage, you have to like paste the private key associated with your wallet, or I can say your account. Uh, you can fetch your private key by going to your wallet. Okay. You will see an option to export private key. Here you just have to copy paste your like um, write your password, and then it will show you your private key. But it's like highly recommended that you do not share your private key or your seed phrase with any of your friends or like any person, because if someone is having access to your account, then he can just directly get take your token, and like you would be at low at that time. So, like as we have done with this part, setting up our environment, then we now finally have to get to the like, hardhat.config.js file we are having it, right? I'll just copy the contents over here and paste all the things to this file. Like uh, you can see here, firstly I'm like importing the hardhat toolbox and then .env file, my .env, and then I'm specifying that which solidity version I'm using to compile my contract, and then I am specifying the networks which are which I'll be using in this tutorial. So there is shrinking is associated with my mainnet, and this capital is associated with my testnet. So after this whole step is done, I'll be like going to my console and fetching out my account details, like what is my wallet address and everything. So I'll just copy this command and run it over here. Like this command will give me like a console where we can I can like test out Hardhat. If you if anyone is having like some error, like I'm getting this one, so uh, what you can do is you have to like get this dependency to your system, and after you have installed this dependency, I think the error should resolve. So the error was like I haven't saved the hardhat.config.js file. So now I have saved it and I can see that the console is ready. So what I will do next is I'll just copy the contents of it. And firstly, I'll just import Hardhat to my console. After that, I'll be fetching the my like account details from like by getting the details of the owner from the signer. And after that, I'll be getting the my owner address. So this is the account address of like this my account address. So what I'll be doing is firstly I'll be getting some test tokens from the faucet. So for that I'll just copy this address, and here you have to like keep one thing in mind, that this is an Ethereum address. As you can see that its first two initials are 0 and X. So but our faucet is only accepting XDC type of addresses. So when we go to a faucet, like you can follow this link, and whenever we go to a faucet, first thing we have to do is we just have to replace the 0 and X with XDC. And after this step, whenever I just fill this captcha code, I'll be getting my test tokens to my account. It will show me a successful confirmation that 1000 XDC tokens are transferred to my account. Okay. After that, after this thing is done, we can move forward to the main task of this tutorial, that is to write a smart contract and then compile and deploy it. So for that, first I'll be moving to my contracts folder and then creating a file XRC721.source. So here in my contracts folder, I'll create XRC721.source. Okay. And after that, I'll be like as I said earlier, that we'll be using OpenZeppelin to import smart contracts and get templates. So I'll be installing this dependency to my terminal. I'll be using npm I OpenZeppelin at that OpenZeppelin/contract to import the contract to my this repository project. Now OpenZeppelin is installed to my contract. After that, I'll just copy this my like shell of the contract and paste it over here. If I give you an overview of the contract, so in the first line we are specifying the license at the end of the smart contract, and in the second line we are specifying that which solidity version is this contract able to compile easily. After that, in this line 4th and 5th, we are just like importing the contracts from our OpenZP and using them. Like we are importing two contracts. First one is this ERC721 and then this counter. Like the XRC721 contract template is written in ERC721.source file. So we are importing it, and then to keep a track of the count of the different tokens which are created by for smart contract, we are using these counters. After that, in any object-oriented language, I discussed about JavaScript. We create a class. So here we are also creating a class, contract class XRC721, and inheriting it with ERC721. After that, we are just initializing our counters and then creating a constructor function which is taking two variables. First one is our name and second one is our symbol. And we are just passing them over to our ERC721 like contract which we have inherited. After we are done this, like as we just discussed about previously, which are the different events and which are different functions and methods that we'll be using in this contract. Like these are already implemented in the ERC721 office code, so you can check them out there. And I'll be moving forward with the main linting function that we have used this tutorial. So you can see that this is a function. I'll just copy it down, just paste it over. Yeah, so this is my main function that I will be using to link tokens to any address. So here it's taking a parameter token owner, which will like here I can pass any address like my address, my friend's address, or any address, and what it will do is it will just mint a new token to that particular address and return the token ID associated with that token. So after this instance, I'll just save this file, and now we can move forward with the compiling of the smart contract. To compile the smart contract, we'll just run this command in this Hardhat compile. So like this command will compile the smart contract. Now as I can see that my 11 already files are compiled. So like these files contain all the files that are associated with OpenZeppelin and our main smart contract also. So after that, what I can do, what I have to do is I have to go with my deployment file. So here in the scripts folder, I'm having a deploy.js file. I'll be like changing some code in this file. I'll just copy it, and all the lines which are after, like as you can see, after the HRE require Hardhat, I'll just replace those lines, and that should save this file. So what we are doing in this file is first we are like getting our deployer. Like if you remember how we have done it in our terminal, so we are doing the same thing over here. First we are getting a deployer, and after that I'm specifying which contract I have to deploy. So I have to deploy my XRC721 contract, and after that I'm specifying my like constructor variable here. So the name of my contract is or token is my NFT token, and its symbol is my NFT. And after that I'm deploying it and giving in responsive terminal my token address. Okay, so now we can move forward, and to deploy a smart contract we can follow, like to the mainnet we can follow this command, and but for this tool I'll be using Apache Network, so I'll follow this command. And This command will help me to deploy my smart contract to the capital network. So now, as you can see that my contract is deployed and it's deployed to this particular address. And here below, it's also showing the details which are associated with my account, or you can see the NFT. So now my task is to verify the smart contract on my block scan. So for that, I'll just have to copy this address and I'll move forward with my block scan. But here, like you can also see that this address is an ECM address. So I'll just copy the last initials other than zeros. And when I move to my block scan, here I'll first write XDC, and after that, I'll just paste my all the address of the token. Let's list something. Yeah. So like you can see that I have created my smart contract. It's my next token, and here I can see all the transactions which are related to this contract. So to verify this token, I'll have to just click on verify and publish, and it will display this kind of screen. There, I'll just write my contract code, my contract name, and the compile, which I have used in my trade. But we cannot directly add this smart contract that we have created over here to like this section, because what we have done is we have imported these smart contracts. So first, what we'll have to do is we'll have to flatten out the smart contract, because what happens is whenever we have to like verify a smart contract, we have to give the whole code. And if we are importing any file to a smart contract, we'll first have to flatten it out so that all the contracts which we have imported from any other file just come to a single file that can be imported or that can be verified. So for that, I'll be like flattening it. So you can just follow through this command npx hardhat flatten. After that, I'll have to specify the location of my smart contract. So it's in contracts role. After that, the greatest, I have to like write the name of my flattened out smart contract. So like I'll be using flattened token. Let's say flattened token role. And after this, my flattened token .sol file is created in my repository, and it will show my whole code. So, like I just messed up the command. It should be npx and not npx. And now it should. Yeah. So now you can see that all the code is present in this flattened token .sol file. I'll be just copy pasting this and writing it in over here. And in the contract name, I'll be using XRC721, and compiler I'll be using like as I specified in my hardhat.config file that I'll be using compiler version 0.8.16 to compile my file. So I have written it over here. And now when I will click on the submit button, my contract would be like you can see verified. So I'll be just clicking on the submit button. Yeah, I'll just click on the submit button and my smart contract will be verified. So now, as you can see that my smart contract is verified, it has created a new tab called contracts with the tick, and here you can see that it's showing my smart contract source code, my smart contract ABI, and also the byte code. Like these are the like building blocks of this contract. So now after all this is done, what we can also I'll just also show you how to add this token to our wallet. So for this, what I will do is I'll just copy this um, the contract address and moving on to my wallet. I'm having this add token button. I'll just click on it and paste my smart contract address. So what it will do is it will just fetch my token symbol over here. And when I click on this add button, you can just see that, yeah, you can see that it has added my new token over here also. So in this way, you can create your XRC721 tokens using Hardhat, and you can also deploy them to the Apple network. And after that, you can verify them on Blockscan and add those tokens to your wallet. So if you like this tutorial, then please follow this channel for more exciting videos related to XDC and our community. So, and please share this video with your friends so that they can also know about XTC community and how it's growing and changing the blockchain world. And please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Have a good day.